just from that connection. Either way, hard to say. But the fans are definitely being rewarded right now for showing up into the audience. We will get into the agent selection here for Split and see what we've got. So it's actually going to be a Sky Sage composition for the side of Team Liquid, and we get Nats on that aforementioned Viper once more.
Oh, really interesting. I mean, the Viper, very exciting to see for Nats. I was curious if maybe he might try the Cypher, but since you've got the Sage in there, definitely not going to be going for that. That's really interesting. A lot of, most teams these days have been opting away from the Sage on Split.
Bit of a legacy pick.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm really curious to see exactly what they're going to try to do to keep things in check here against Fancy United. With them starting on the defender side, how are those walls going to be used? That's really kind of the big piece of that puzzle for that Sage. Like, where are you going to get that value? Are you going to try to cut them off, just make mid a little bit more difficult to work with? Of course, now with the double layer of controllers as well, it's going to be even more challenging for Fancy in the information gathering department, it feels like.
Very much so. Well, do or die time here for Fancy United. Need to win on this map to extend the series. Otherwise, they may just find themselves in the lower bracket. Let's see if they can get it done as we hop on to Split.
Suka, again, rough start on the Cypher in terms of overall score impact, and frankly, map impact as well, a little bit lacking at times. Let's see if he can maybe pick it up here on Split, see if this is a bit more comfortable for Fancy United. Lotus certainly felt a bit off kilter for them. Gun situation, it is going to be so far just one Ghost. So yes, I can. Otherwise, a heavy investment into the armor and the utility.
Kawa just having to stick to the classic, going for full util.
Yeah, let's see if he can have a little more impact with the breach util. This go around. Mystic.
Get the catch onto him. He's going to take a couple shots and he will be able to back away. Gets the tag there onto Kawa, and yes, I can. Barra as well. Getting a bit of that. Barra to go for the entry. Goes rolling forward. Aftershock to try to clear the way. Some spam from Enzo up in heaven. Classic not going to be finding too many connections though. As counter spam will go back towards him. Plan's going to be coming through. Relatively clean entry so far here from Fancy. The rotation still going to be coming through. You can see Suka in a very deep lurk, still out in mid. We have so many players from Team Liquid, poking their heads out, trying to go on the hunt and spot him. Seems like Nats has a pretty good idea. When he comes in, and he will be able to claim the kill. It's a little bit of damage. Heal going to be used. Enzo keeping himself topped up, I believe. Maybe that was just the K. Either way, start working their way back in towards the site where everybody has taken damage on the side of Fancy United. Yampi's everybody one, Mystic getting one apiece. Well, Nats will find himself a second. Visio suddenly the last one standing. Oh, double push out through the wall. Get themselves over onto the spike. Should have just enough time to go ahead and get this diffuse off. It's going to be damn close, but they have it with 0.77 seconds remaining.
Enzo even able to keep his wall through all of that. Gets the defuse as well, so pretty efficient round here from Team Liquid. Again, good reads here from Team Liquid. And I got to give Emil a lot of credit. He's got Team Liquid very well versed in what Fancy United wants to do and how they want to do it. And Nats, again, you can't out-rat the Rat King. He is just shutting Suka down on those flanks most of the time. This is just clean as you get. I mean, look at the coordination. Perfect. Everybody doing the right thing at the right time. What else can you ask for? I mean, even Mystic there off the rip sticks around just long enough in the Poison Cloud to do a little bit of damage to Fancy. He hit a couple players. Now you can just start spamming through here. Again, the angle's being read,
And this is a force up here. The early damage is going to be quite nice here for the side of Team Liquid. But now Keiko blinded up, completely getting flashed out. Ends up falling, so a little bit of a better start. There's like Ken going to keep forward, gets the swing out, looking for one. He's wary about this push out here from Heaven. Will find Enzo. The force buy is doing wonders for Fancy. That's now spotted. Know exactly where he's at. He's in a 1v3. Spike still not planted, but they have time to play with. You're now going to be going for it.
Spike planted.
Push up, spam, continuing, and yes, I can. Will be able to shut it down. 3 members left standing. Upgrades over to the Bulldogs. Fancy United, what a way to turn this around. Now tied up 1-1.
That's huge. Really catching him just enough off guard. A good flash to set up Visio there. And then yes, I can. With this tricky positioning underneath, hits the headshot on the way down onto Enzo. That's the yes, I can we've been looking for here. 3 kills Great stuff to start this. Catching Team Liquid. Just with their guard down enough that they're able to get through. But again, I was going to say it was good, good reads early from Team Liquid. That's just, sometimes the force buy catches you. You're just not quite ready to respond in time. Now, Team Liquid going to be pressuring for this orb. Going to use the hawk to check. No confirm on Asuka. He's got the camera to watch.
Cage triggered.
Flash
Cage
is still
triggered.
in on the camera, so didn't manage to get the dart out. And Keiko, what a shot! He doesn't want to overstay, doesn't want to go for the gun at least quite yet, but they're not hearing anything else. No attempt at retaliation, so it seems like Liquid very quickly sussing out that he was playing alone and can get the kill, and now Yappy finds the headshot. No. Things are starting to spiral here for Fancy. Kawa, he'll be able to drag it back a bit. It's a headshot, Paranoia flying through. Yes, again, has to pull back away, but Vera finds Enzo up on top of the rafters. Swing forward, Mystic rushing up with that frenzy, finds one, but Vera, reply, takes him down before he can recover the weapon. Paint shell's gonna be sent in, damage going to be found. Kawa in a bit of a rough spot, stays tucked and actually know the nade. It ends up missing as Vera will get himself a 4K, cleaning up the round and saving Fancy.
Still, this is a really effective round for Team Liquid. Yes, they don't win it. Yes, they, for the first time, give up 2 rounds in a row to Fancy United. But they do a ton of damage, right? They find value out of the Sheriff, the Marshal, and a Frenzy. The one and done position for Mystic, he got what he needed. And Vera has a nice finish and some energy in the comms there for Fancy United. You'd love to just push Liquid here. Make this a really competitive map. Who knows? Even get the win. I'm telling you, these guys certainly can do it. But it is no easy task. Liquid looks very dialed in. We'll see if this was enough of a curveball to maybe affect Liquid's mental.
Right there.
Kind of doubt it, if I'm being perfectly honest.
That's the fight at the ready. He actually might have sent it out.
I think he did, yeah.
Yeah, doesn't have it anymore in the inventory, so he's kind of whiffing that one, so kill's now going to be gone.
Had to, I think, use it just in case Vera last pack's in there in front of him off the back of that fault line, so.
Focus forward, missing again, going for the spam, and this time is going to be rewarded with a kill. Visio taken down, and that is a high-value target to be found. In the meantime, Enzo also getting Vera dead there in the garage. Suka swinging out will be good for one, but Keiko quick on the reply. Trades it back. Gives Team Liquid a 4-2 advantage.
And again, Team Liquid is reading Suka's movements and position so incredibly well. They've caught him every round, basically.
Kind of been doing the same thing every round.
Like, kind of, yeah. Other than the sewers on round 1, that was the only one that was different. But you're absolutely right. It's kind of very similar stuff. Yeah, his utility's been a little bit placed differently, but, again, Team Liquid able to read the timings a little bit better. Now,
so them making the call to just stay put, try to save, kill anybody that you can find.
Yep.
So I know that the bank is still very weak here for the side of Team Liquid, so any additional value found would have been nice, but as the clock will tick away, Liquid also acknowledging how much cash they don't have, and they will just go ahead and sit back. So 2-2, Team Liquid. Some nice spam coming out there from Enzo as well as Mystic. Basically just wins them the round.
And with Yes I Can getting cut off from the spike, he can't do anything tricky with his ult there, so he's kind of just left to sit down and hope somebody walks into his crosshairs. But Team Liquid too savvy for that, so bouncing right back is Team Liquid after the force buy loss into the follow-up. Both Omens sitting on their ults. 2 away for Yampi on the Seekers. I think just 1 away here for Vera, on his showstopper. So let's see if they're going to make a play for this.
4-man push out of mid.
Yeah.
Liquid.
Toxin screen down.
We're quite aggro here. Bite down into the cyber cage. Push their way up here into heaven. Calls can come through. The Nats needs some reinforcements here. The fight going to be sent down in towards Vent as well. As Nats is going to get cut off. Poison Orb sent his way. Trying to make sure that no one can come pushing up into heaven, at least quite yet. Meanwhile, Fiscio watching, but he rotates off the vent. Smoke dissipates.
He's making noise.
Poison's off.
He's making a hell of a lot of it. His way back over here towards ramp. Has him covering fire from Yes I Can. Mystic in the meantime. Ready to go. Holding on to that paranoia.
Poison orb emitting.
Hasn't said it quite yet. There's the ping. Keiko trying to pull it out. Fiscio ready to strike. the opening kill. Nats with the shorty in hand, finds Vera pushing up into the smoke. Yampi does very much the same. They find 2 kills apiece. And advantage once again going to be in their hands. Yes, I can. Going to be blinded out. And that paranoia, and Kawa left on his lonesome in backside. Gets taken down. Now it's a double approach here from Heaven to try to stop this defuse from coming through, but it's already rolling. They're just sticking to this one. Yes, I can. Needs to swing in, but he doesn't get the right target. So very low. Nats at 5 HP. But he will survive the round, and Liquid will regain a lead.
I want to give Fancy some credit in this round because I saw some really good things here in terms of their utility coordination. The way that Fisio uses the toxic screen to keep the Trailblazer from not only identifying his position, but also the position of Suka's camera, allows them to get that spot onto Keiko and get that kill. And so the initial setup there, the read on how the retake was going to start, pretty good here for Fancy United, but the coordination, the way that Team Liquid plays for the trades and plays, a little bit tighter with their formations helps give them a big-time win. And frankly, their gunplay is just a little bit better right now. So those kind of things are giving Team Liquid the advantage. But I saw something really good from Fancy.
And they fault line backside. Mystic shifts over towards Ali. Paranoia goes out. He's going to TP in, managing to get right in behind him, and he strikes, and no one is there to try to cover. Turns from the flash, push up. Getting ready to come through the smoke. Spam from Nats finds one. Now it's going to be a TP in the backside from Yes I Can. Gets himself up on the box. Nats aware of it though. Gets rid of him. They spot Kawa right before the smoke blooms. They strike him down. The spike stranded right here inside of Garage. With 4 rather, stacked up here. It looks like they want to try to challenge for this one. Can he get the 1-for-1? For a second, I thought maybe the isolation was going to be possible, but Nat says no, swings back in, takes him down, and Team Liquid will now move up to 4.
And Fancy trying to change the pace up a little bit here, trying to get ahead of some of the problems they've had at that B main entrance where Mystic will just spam it down through the smokes. Doesn't matter what smokes are there, he'll just spam it through. And he's been finding a lot of value on that. Instead, he just bamboozles them, just gives them the old trade, just in the back. And it's just hard to deal with for Fancy. They're just getting out-read. Every time they try to throw something a little bit different, it's something a little bit new. There's an even better response from Liquid.
Okay, should have spotted Nats, but knows that rocket is not going to be a reliable lineup, so we'll send it over towards Heaven.
Poison's off.
Nats will go ahead and just watch it glide past.
Welcome to my
Avoids the damage. Pit now going to be invested here on the ramp from Fisio. Wants to make this side of the map completely unassailable. Of course, Liquid try to approach, potentially from Heaven, if not screen. Keiko spamming through, trying to find this Viper. They take him so low, 5 HP remaining on him. Keiko going to be struck down. Yes, I can. Finding the kill. Spam continues. Fisio gets Nats. Enzo dead. Mystic with the classic drawn out. Will be able to find one, but Fisio still stands tall. Now it's all on to Yampi. Finds one. Tries to get the third. He does, but Fisio narrowly gets the elimination. Stays alive with 5 health. And Fancy will win the round, but my goodness, what a nail biter.
That was so close to not working. If Fisio gets taken down early with that pit, this round is completely different. But it is a good read from Fancy United, expecting these quick rotations, these fast lurks from Team Liquid, and the Viper's pit is perfectly placed to counter that. So the read there is good. Yampi still almost takes things into his own hands. Unbelievable stuff, and 5 HP there. Barely, but they're reading Mystic's push out this time. Ready with the snake bite before the poison cloud.
Yeah, took a bit of damage there, but not too bad. Not enough for Enzo to want to commit the heal. We'll be saving that for now.
How dare he? He's a sage.
Oh, no, he's used it.
Yeah, I was going to say, he'd better.
At this point, use it early, slow down the pace of the game, and then hope that you can get another one online. Also 2 away from having that res. Okay, Suka trying to look forward. Keiko does get the kill, but in the meantime, B-site is being taken. Enzo taken out.
Mystic
swings his way forward. He gets himself into Garage, finds 1, finds 2, gets himself a 3rd. Fancy United don't know what just hit him. Mystic, his relocations continue to just be absolutely on point.
The man's an after image. You just never know where he's at.
On for another 4K. Looks like he's considering challenging for it. Has the paranoia. Sends it wide though. Barrett gets the headshot now. In with a pitch. Spots Nats. But he doesn't know
30
where Yampi's
seconds
at.
left.
He's still got the boom bot and the paint shells. He can, if he can identify this position, he should be.
He'll send
Oh my God.
phase through, but he gets the full flash. Touch back around, and Vera brings it back from the brink of 4K clutch to tie it up again.
Okay, that round was nuts. That's one of my favorite rounds we've had here so far today. Unbelievable stuff from Mystic, first of all. Again, this guy just teleporting all over the map, it feels like, but he's using the utility of Fancy United against them so well. He's sneaking right behind them, but he hits the first one right as the flash is landing. He just kind of pre-fires it, just finds a good timing, and then is able to sidestep the push out from Yampi just enough to buy himself that extra time to regroup, reset, and get that final kill.
Well, we will get our first timeout of this matchup here as Team Liquid, Coach Emil, wanting to call it. Because, yeah, this is starting to get away from them a little bit here. Had the run back, that 4-2 score line, but giving up 2 in a row to Fancy. Yet again, not good enough here, it would seem. So, wants to pump the brakes, get them refocused, really identify what Fancy's doing to scramble up the team.
Yeah, well, I mean, look, in that round, you give Vera just enough opportunity with the 1v1s that he's clean enough to get it. And I think you're maybe a little bit overconfident there as Liquid in that round, you know, offering those slim opportunities, but just enough, and he's good enough that he's able to connect with those shots and completely change the dynamic of this map here. It looked like maybe Team Liquid was going to start to go on a roll. The money was starting to get really dangerous for Fancy United, but because of that, they're able to keep themselves in it, get another buy. Mostly half armors, but still, that's fine.
Yeah, this is going to be a rush on A.
Well,
at least a slow creep up, but it's a full 5 stack here.
Keiko's got his ult though, man. This is scary.
Okay, that dog control multiple players. Showstopper going to be sent out. Still not going to be found. It's actually going to be Yampi who claims 2. Just holding things down and ramp. Keiko with the Guardian in hand. They'll be able to get a 3rd kill. Now Spike stranded on top of the stage. Slow. Nats will find Vicio.
There.
And it seems like the timeout, it worked.
It did. And I think that the call here was to just react to the initial pressure a little bit faster from Fancy. Fancy really wasn't pushing and pulling the map. They weren't doing anything super tricky. Just crunch them on contact, use that ult, use that superior firepower with the cross angles as well. And they nailed it. That's all there is to it. Team Liquid, beautifully thought out.
Well, now we have 50 seconds until the round ends. Yes, I can. Just going to be tucked back over towards that attacker spawn. Wants to hide. You want to know a fun fact?
Sure.
Coach Emil has played on this stage before.
Yeah, I know.
All the way back. For those who don't know, he used to be an Overwatch pro player.
Yeah.
Playing in the Contenders Gauntlet back in 2019 on this very stage. So I'll have to ask him how it feels to be back here once again.
He tweeted about it. That's the only reason I know.
Oh, okay. I didn't know he tweeted about it.
Otherwise, I would have had no idea.
But it's super neat to see. Again, you know, so many players, some that we'll be seeing later on as well, starting their careers here. The likes of Saya, Play, Carpe, whatnot.
10 seconds left.
A lot of players have passed through these halls.
Legendary venue.
Legendary.
That tournament didn't go that well for Emil, so hopefully this one is a bit better, because I think they finished in 7th, 8th.
I feel like a lot of foreigners have had a tough time in this venue. Let's just be honest. I'll say it that way.
There's been a couple teams that have made it work.
Up until Valorant. Valorant's been a different story.
Hey, whoa, Apex Season 1. That was Envy.
That's true.
Envy were our champions. Anyway, we'll get ready and refocus going into round 10. And is Liquid able to just bleed out the timer off the back of that timeout? So, working wonders for them, shutting down that full 5-man push. Big shots coming out of Yampi.
Yep. And again, it's the timing on the crunch, the instant reaction from Team Liquid. Now again, he's going to put a little bit of extra pressure here with Mystic. Keiko there to back him up, to buy him that space. So they're using Keiko here to make them think that only Mystic was there, because Mystic's been doing this spam stuff by himself. So now they're allowed to sneak Mystic up with the safety of Keiko, potentially, and now Mystic holds a much tighter, closer angle than maybe Fancy's expecting out of B main. Otherwise, it is a shift over towards mid here for Fancy. So Fancy now starting to take their time, kind of reconsider, just doing a little bit of checking to make sure that they don't get caught like they did in that previous round. So it's a good change of ideas from Fancy United.
Snake by Descent. It's actually going to be the Paranoia faded out here of Mystic over on that B site.
Poison's off.
Everybody else getting ready to advance forward. 3 members push up the ramp, getting their way over towards Heaven. The rotation now coming through from Team Liquid. Enzo with the last one joining in. Paint Shell's going to be sent out. That's going to force back Keiko for the moment. Flash back forward. Vera looking to take some space. Flash is connecting. The full flash onto him as he comes into the corner, but now it's going to expire. But Nat still managing to find 2. I want to see that transfer. By the way, he will fall. Kawa getting the pick up there, but quick on the reply. Takes him down, and suddenly it's only Fischio left. Lurking around in mid to try and see if he can get anything done.
This is tough. No doubt about it for Fischio. Let's see if he can find some value with this Bulldog. He's kind of, yeah, he snuck around their backside.
Just around the box and can't steady the aim. Keiko a little bit faster with it. 6 and 4. Team Liquid back on the horse.
I think Kawa might have team flash Vera there.
Yeah, probably.
I'm pretty sure.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say transfer. I didn't realize Yesaka was just jumping above Vera.
Yeah, because Yampi didn't get a assist on that kill, so I saw the breach flash out of the corner of my eye. That's right. Ham it up, Emil.
We stand a Happy Emil.
Yes, I prefer Happy Emil.
All right, well, mildly disjointed here. Still flying down. Suka only at 800 credits remaining. Has that Sheriff in hand. Showstopper now going to be coming through, but Keiko just finding the kill. That's full flash, but he drops down, swings. They were vulnerable, but he couldn't quite line it up. Suka gets the kill, gets a gun. Now they're the only ones remaining. They still commit the Nero theft into the round. Dog goes forward, gets the stun, the swing in, the kill found. They spot Kawa, and Keiko stays still and lets him walk right into the crosshair. Liquid with another quick cleanup
before the switch.
And now potentially getting themselves an 8 and 4 half.
I mean, it's just easy for Team Liquid to read in some of these rounds. The sprays are right on the timing that Fancy United is moving. I mean,
no smokes, boys.
As soon as the ults are popped here, like, it's Liquid getting ahead of them. They get ahead of the showstopper. Nats puts himself in that corner. He's able to take Vera down. The neural, what's that?
There's Yampi barking.
Yes, it was only a matter of time before he came off the chain. Oh, that's good though.
Okay, the entry from Vera. Catching Enzo before the stun can expire. Does take him down. Paint Shell's over towards Alley. The swing in, runs out of bullets. Tries to draw out, but it's actually Yes I Can backing him up. Comes up with the kills. Keeps Vera alive, down to 8 HP. Suddenly, Yampi and Keiko, the last ones alive. Fancy, very much hungry for the 7-5 scoreline.
Planted.
Well, if you just keep W-King at him enough, if you get the utility off the rip, open things up for yourselves, eventually does
Paint
work.
Shells can kill.
I know.
Keiko, or Vera rather.
Not
Not going to be able to get away from it, but it's only going to be that 1-for-1, and Yampi spotted exiting out of Alley. So a thrifty to close out the half. Fancy United giving themselves an opportunity, 7-5. Not bad at all as they get ready to go on the defense.
Yeah, I mean, again, you catch Enzo off the rip there. Things just immediately fall apart off the back of this great fault line. Good last pack.
Yeah, more than that, I mean, they saw, they saw Mystic as well, so kind of sussed out that he was still going to be somewhere on the site rather than back into the alley, so able to help get the kill with Yes I Can joining in the fight.
Yep, good communication, good coordination. That time from I mean, honestly, a 7-5 half, not bad.
Not bad at all.
Not bad at all. You'll take those for sure, so definitely a few of those rounds, it looked like they got read pretty hard, but a few of them, they're able to punch right back. Do some, a few mistakes here and there with some of their utility, but that round was different. Fault line right on point. That time Kawa, again, the coach stepping in today. Yeah, it's been a little rough for him for sure, but that time, thumbs up.
Yeah. Very nicely done. Thrifty of all ways. They get that last one there. It's knocking Liquid down about half a peg, we should say. But it'll all come down to this pistol. We'll see how things work out for the side of Fancy now moving over onto that defending side. If they can get that going, keep the ball rolling. Maybe, just maybe, they could actually extend this all the way to 3.
Sure. This map looks better. No doubt about it.
Significantly.
Say what?
Significantly.
Yes. It is. It's really good and really encouraging. Yes, I can now. Starting to step up, starting to be that guy we saw at Ascension Achilleos that had those tremendous performances. And Vera's had some great moments, of course. The clutch. 4K, absolutely disgusting. Fisio still playing well. Suka still struggling on that Cypher. See again if he can, maybe on this defender side, find a little bit more value. The camera is going to be watching B main. This 5-stack from Team Liquid. Looking to cut off Heaven, I believe, with this Poison Cloud.
It's the one trap wire. Set up in mid. So I'm going to be going forward. Camera still set up. Cage not really dissuading Liquid at all. They're just plus 43.
Oh, he reads
spamming.
it.
Yep, gets the read there on a Mystic. Takes him down. Once swing back out here, it would seem. Frenzy at range. Vera able to find Enzo. Suka now join the fight. Gets a headshot onto one. Continues to push forward, but Nats will shut him down. They know exactly where the two remaining players are. They want to try to surround him, but Blast Pack not available. Can't get over that wall, but it will be expiring somewhat soon. Keiko swapping over the Ghost, finds one, and Nats will get himself a third. 4 HP, no problem. Will die to Keiko's nade. But Liquid, they will take all 4 pistol rounds so far.
Ah, yeah. It looked so good here. Or Fancy.
Oh, he saw his legs.
I saw his feet. Okay. I thought he might have just got a read on the TPs into the smokes. But still, a better round here for Zuka, something we wanted to see. Just, what are you going to do? Nats and Keiko.
I heard him at the end going, oh, my nade! Sorry.
You've never done that.
Definitely not. I've never done it accidentally.
Oh, is that true?
Mystic pushed forward, ready for this aggression. What a read coming out here from Team Liquid. They know that this rush is going to come through. Fisio, however, still good for 1. But can they get themselves the gun? Because, hey, surprise, Keiko, he's up in the vents, but he's also taking quite a bit of damage. Has to drop back away. Spike now going to be planted, and Mystic continues to go on alert.
Oh, and your Sage is
holding
dead.
back at sewers.
Sage is dead, can't get... Oh, well, you've got the Yampi.
Yeah, you've got Yampi, don't worry.
That's right, you've got a Sky. The double heals.
Now Nats is watching, waiting for the drop. Here's it. Kawa pushing forward. Gets a couple shots in. A little whiffy here. The bite will slow him down, dissuade him. Paint shells as well. Everything just being dumped in. They flush him right back over towards Mystic to go ahead and clean up the kill. Team Liquid this time not going to be dropping the anti-eco, just dropping 2 players.
Yeah, and you can see the awareness and the reactions of Team Liquid is so good. You know, for Mystic to come through mid, they understand that it's going to be another mid push out from Fancy. Seems to be Fancy's response. Lose pistol. Okay, push mid after pistol lose if you don't force buy. So this time around, so well coordinated there. Stacking that utility there to buy time for Mystic to force Kawa out in the open where he has no choice but to back up. Like, so much easier for their players, and that's so important. Fisio play just a bit ahead. Snakebite to buy a little bit of space, potentially see if anybody's going to push, but Team Liquid is going to be very slow, very wary. Some kind of push out, some kind of aggressive play. Now you're lining up. Flash around the corner, actually just barely catches. Fisio just backs right up, so.
Waiting for that wall to drop. Mike now going to be forced out here. Fisio out of utility. Dumping everything. Doesn't have quick reply rotations here from his teammates, but Mystic able to find the elimination here on the site. Kawa up on top. Needs to be cleared out. The TP forward. Yampi with the Sheriff. Gets the headshot, and I believe he was still in the smoke. Heal's now going to be coming through as Nats lurks back. Ready to intercept anybody approaching from sewers, from that attacker spawn, or from the ramp. The orb will go down. Mystic will get the plant. Continue to creep forward as Nats is just waiting for any bit of noise, any information here from his teammates. Wall getting whittled away at. Know that they're starting to push forward in towards main. Nade up over the top. Enzo will do a little bit of damage, and his attention's getting split. Suzuka is able to find the kill. Sends out the ultimate, but look at the ping. CP down. Yes, I can. Here on the low ground. Ping coming through. His attention trying to just fight each player one at a time, trying to get the isolation. This time cannot live up to the name. Liquid shut it down and convert that 3rd round into yet another win. Now 10-5.
Yeah, I mean every pistol 2 bonuses going the way of Team
yeah.
Liquid. I mean, I feel bad for Fancy in this round because they read this pretty well. I think they responded pretty nicely to the situation as best as they could. You know, Liquid does take advantage of, like you mentioned, the toxic screen timing, you know, but Fisio backs up right away, puts himself at kind of a funky angle. It's just better shooting because he gets aim punched right away. And here he's trying to slow down this aggression. Gonna hop right over it is Keiko. Looking to see if he can get the spam to go, but this time around, Fancy able to dodge it, but they're on a weak buy, so this is going to be tricky.
Bot send, flash out. No one on the corner. Yampi in the meantime does get Fisio. Breaking open that site, and the nade catches Kawa. The push-up, Keiko gets himself a second. Tries to blast back into the corner, but is out into the open. So yes, I can with that Guardian. The 1 rifle they had in the round does get put to use, at least for a singular kill. But now, Suka going to be caught as Mystic is showing that Nats isn't the only one that can lurk on this team anymore.
Yeah, not only that, he hit a beautiful paranoia from Sewers as well. That set Keiko up beautifully, allowed him to get the first kill with the paint shells, the follow-up with the rifle. Just really, really nice stuff here. The opener for Yampi catches Fisio trying to scooch into the corner. Not going to do so. And then again, getting set up beautifully. Mystic reading these late lurks, late rotations. And Suka just not able to find a lot of value. And yes.
Oh, we had a really quick one yesterday. Let's hope that it's going to be the case here, but looks like we do have a tech pause. So something going on here in the Fancy United camp, it would seem.
The EMEA Classic.
Given the hands reaching for the headset, I'm wondering if it's just something to do with the comm. So we'll find out. If we get any information, we'll push it your way, but hopefully we'll get through this one pretty quickly and get right back into the action here. But so far, you know, we were feeling hopeful given that 7-5 scoreline,
right.
The shift over onto the defending side for Fancy United, even though it's not the split of hold, it still feels like, you know, somewhat defenders favored.
Sure.
But Liquid have just been completely unassailing so far on this attack, 4 rounds consecutively. Just breaking this map wide open.
Yeah, and it's the coordination, it's like the reactions to things, it's, you know, like Mystic in particular, making sure that there's no room for any like extra space or any flanks or anything like that is huge. It's the way that they combo their utility, all these things that are just slightly better. And again, we've seen good things from Fancy in some rounds where they've had some great moments with their utility of their own, some good shooting, but clearly pound for pound, Team Liquid very much on top.
Okay, well, it looks like tech issue resolved, but we do have Fancy United calling their first time out of the event thus far. So, as stated, Kawa, he's already on stage. Just gonna chill, be able to tap.
Maybe that's the tech timeout. Where's my pause button?
How do I pause this?
How do I do this?
But knows that this is the time to try and turn things around, where you have to dig the deepest that you possibly can, because, I mean, from here, if you give it one more round, you're no longer playing for a win. You're playing just to try to go into overtime.
Right.
And we'll see what can happen. It was, you know, that sort of half buy coming through from them. A lot of Sheriffs, the singular Guardian, that 1 hero rifle coming through from Fancy in that last round. Now, should have a bit more of a proper buy coming together going into this one to try and stop Liquid from getting to match point.
Really curious about this round, and you know, Liquid, other than Mystic, haven't been spending too much time in mid. They've just been, you know, bullying their way through with better utility usage for the most part. Other than the pistol round, I would say that was the only round where I thought Fancy had a slightly better read on the situation. Now, Suka, okay, he's gonna see that, but here comes the showstopper.
Dog showstopper is out. Sends it up towards heaven. Not going to be able to find any damage, though. Nice pull back there from Vera, managing to avoid it. Paint Shells does get a little bit of damage, chipping him down to 82. Push forward up into the smoke. Suka ready for it. Keiko going to be taken down. Paint Shells doesn't find him, and around the corner goes Enzo just in time. Flash from the corner. Mystic already fighting 2 before falling. Fisio now tries to draw this one back, but he was so low. A strafing Spectre bullet to the knee takes him out. Vera will fall as Nats lurked his way through. And Liquid will not allow for the value to be found off the time out. They take it to match point.
It's the after image of Mystic again, man. TPing up onto the rafters when nobody from Fancy can hear it, and it catches them off guard. They're just not ready for that positioning. Great awareness here from Suka that Keiko is maybe going to be pushing that smoke. But again, Mystic's positioning and the timing, just beautiful.
6 HP, so yeah, that Spectre, it just kills. Not much you could do. Even a classic right click at that range would have done the job, and now it looks like it's just going to be a full 5-man sand once again here over towards B.
Gotta wonder if even a shorty could have got it done in that.
Probably the only one that could not have, but NHL will force Suka back. I'm not sure if the dog actually spotted it, but now he's pushing up into the Cybercade, trying to find a kill. Gets a little bit of damage down, but Enzo still has the heal, and it's invested it over towards Nats anyway. Back up to full HP. TP into the alley. Mystic! He swings forward again. This time it's only going to be good for one. Aftershock got Keiko. Enzo also falling. Now it's just on Yampi and on Nats to try to keep themselves in this one and end the game. The wall, the segment is already broken. Farah looking for the timing, swings out, Nats pivots back, finds it, but cannot finish the job. Missio will be the last one standing. As Fancy United hold on by a thread.
Yeah, so Fancy here able to react quickly to the pressure from Team Liquid is kind of the biggest deal for them in this round. The opener is good, you get Suka, but everybody else is on their horse. This time they're ready for Mystic's TPing shenanigans. And they are clean enough to get the job done. Very, very close. Now at least I think able to get all the guns they mostly want, other than a couple Bulldogs still, because the money just has been so dire. They had to buy everything they could in the previous round. They have to buy everything they can for the rest of the round. Just a matter of how deep can they get.
Oh, Nats. It's got a pretty good idea, it would seem.
Yeah.
They're playing forward. Gonna be a shallow flash.
Oh my god!
Missio pulls the trigger, finds the headshot. Spike gonna be dropped. Enzo rotating over to try to recover this one. Nats in the meantime just wanting to take some space. Mystic pushing forward back over in towards the screens here as the res does come in, and Nats finds the timing, takes him, yes I can, takes down Kawa. Suddenly is on for an ace. Trailblazer not gonna find much. Don't believe he saw anything there from Suka, but as he pushes forward, he manages to get the headshot, and Nats may just be able to finish this one right here, all on his lonesome. Farah, a showstopper in hand. Nats on the hunt. They have an idea of where he is. Looks like the answer is kind of yes. Mystic rushing forward, bounces back. How badly do they want to hand over this ace is the question. Well, there you have it. Enough to sacrifice the IGL. Nats will get his 5th as Liquid will get their 2-0.
Yeah, very impressive attackers half for Team Liquid. Near flawless. Just the one round that Fancy United is able to scrape together, and we had hope, Achilles, like that first half looked so good for Fancy United. It's like, okay, they're starting to get it together, starting to put the pieces together, but Team Liquid so strong in so many different aspects, top to bottom. What can you say? They're just
when Emil's having fun, you know you done goofed. Enemy team.
And when Nats puts up score lines like he did on that map, it's just
nasty stuff. Barely unkillable there for Team Liquid, so very consistent, but hey, credit where it's due. Fancy United, some great ideas. The execution might not have always come together in those rounds, but we saw what they were attempting to do. It's oftentimes getting outgunned. And it is unfortunate because they are playing without their full 5-man core. The coach is subbing in. This time they do not receive that coach buff.
Right. Yeah, again, you see the ideas, you see the flashes of brilliance from Fancy. Just Team Liquid's just really, really dialed in, and Emil's already got this team so strong, so focused. A lot of great coordination plays. I love what we're seeing from Mystic on this Omen, on both Lotus here and on Split. He's all over the place. He's really hard to keep track of, and that's really impressive. That's difficult to do because Omen is kind of a big, he's been around since the very beginning of the game, so a lot of people kind of understand how and what he does. But when you're able to bamboozle players like he did today, that is so impressive.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, in the past, seeing him when he was back on Fnatic, right, I didn't get to watch too much of the Apex run, just the grand final where they unfortunately fell short of the mark. This is the most impressive that I've ever seen Mystic look. It looks like he is just so at home. The comm system in place right now with Team Liquid seems to be very clean. Enzo's shot calling and the adjustments seem to be excellent. I mean, we only needed to see Emil get involved once, basically. So really excellence on display from Team Liquid throughout this map, and just fairly dominant across the board. 12 first kills compared to 7, not losing a single post plant.
Yeah, and again, it's just you got to give the players credit, you got to give the coaching credit. The preparation here was really good. So many times I just would watch these rounds, and the only thing I could think was, well, they knew what Fancy United was doing before they knew what they were doing. You know, like it was very clean. It was the way that they'd spray the smokes, anticipating the timing and the pressure of when Fancy United wanted to do